Alright, Virgo, this is going to be your monthly for December 2024. Your tarot reading for the month of December 2024. This is Rogue Mystic Divination, and thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe. I do dailies, weeklies, and monthlies here, and your card for the month, the energy for the entirety of the month for you is going to be the Fool. So even though it's in reverse, you do have new beginnings, but you may be stalling because you may actually have more choice than you expected to have this month. The better choice may actually be you taking a risk on the one that you're the least familiar with. Even though it seems to be even with the other opportunities that you have, the one that you're not so sure about could quickly end up netting you more money, more profit, and more further opportunities. So if you're patient with the process and you stick with it, it will end up paying out, whether it's finances, opportunity, or other situations that are similar to what it is that you're actually striving for in other areas of your life. That's what you need to be aware of. So whether this is love, money, career, make sure you take the outlier choice. The one that makes you wonder. For the energy at the beginning of the month, we have the Hermit. So isolation may have you looking back at what you've done in the past and trying to find some kind of inspiration, or maybe enlighten yourself as to, now that you're out of the situation, enlighten yourself to something that you could have done or done differently in the past that could help you move forward. But if you stay in this position too long, you won't be able to move forward. You'll only see the only options that you'll see are things that you've done before, and you do need to turn around at some point. You are in a position to utilize this information to help you gain more independence, so always keep your independence in mind whenever you're looking back at previous situations. How can I use this information to teach me to move on, move forward? Now, it's not just other people and the things that you're interacting with, but also be sure to look at yourself. How you could have done things differently, how you could have made things easier on yourself and those around you, and what you can learn from it now that you're outside and now that you're a third person perspective from that specifically. And for your card for week 1, I'm going to draw one card for each week, and then you'll get a final card ending the month and telling you what energy you'll be bringing into January. So, but for week 1, you have the Six of Pentacles. It doesn't feel as though you're going to be giving so much as receiving, and not finances, but information. Information is somehow going to end up being very lucrative for you going into up to March of next year. So whatever information you manage to glean from either an interaction, direct communication, or just by paying attention to the subtleties within your communications with other people, it will actually help you learn something. It may just be how to interact with people and how it is that it's easier to communicate with them. It really feels as though you're in a third person perspective right now, Virgo, so it's best to utilize that to your advantage. Also ensure that you're actually being a part of the conversation rather than just waiting for your turn to speak. For week 2, we have the Sun, so in week 2, ensure that your childishness isn't taking center stage in your personality. You may be overly optimistic about something, and even though it's good to bring good vibes to the party, it's not good if it causes you to be careless and overlook things that are really important information, even though this information may be subtle and seem like a small part of what's actually going on. It's a big part. You're just refusing to see its importance. Week 3. We have the Ace of Swords. With the Ace of Swords, you're going to have a new idea, but it could end up being more of a distraction and a hindrance to what progress it is that you're trying to make. If you start the month with a certain idea of how things are going to go, make sure that you don't get caught up in something that or some new way of thinking that's not going to do you any good. You'll be able to tell from the beginning what this whole thing is about, but whether it's an idea or a new fight that you think that you have with someone or something, be careful. It really feels as though you're going to be on a certain path at the beginning of the month, trying to figure out how you can fix things and new steps in order to move forward, but something in the second week rolls over into the third week and you totally derail yourself with a new idea and taking the energy out of all those lessons you were trying to learn at the beginning. You are going to have success, but if you go forward with this new idea or this new way of thinking in the third week, it's going to be short-term success. Week 4. Yeah, and this just reinforces what I just said. So right now, Virgo, I'm going to say that at the beginning of the month, you're trying to be introspective and find out how it is that you're trying to actually see how it is you're coming off to other people and how you could have come off in bad ways and good ways in the past, and whether or not that was the intent that you had behind those actions. Most likely you had some unintended consequences, and you may almost be trying to pay that back somehow in the first week. However, it does really seem as though you get distracted by a thought of, well, that's enough of that, and I'm now going to do whatever it is that I want now. Or my advances, my efforts weren't taken the way that I wanted them to be taken, and because I'm not being seen the way it is that I want to be seen, I'm now going to find myself in this place of arrogance where I don't care what you think and I'm going to do whatever I want and I don't care about the consequences, which is where the sun in the reverse comes in the second week. And the third week, it's more of the same idea that you don't care how it is that you affect others, or you don't care about the consequences to your actions. You're going to find some minor success, however, by pushing through, but it's going to be short-lived. But that short-lived success could allow you to actually get some kind of mental breakthrough that allows you to reroute your path. But you need to be sure that you're rerouting this path into something that's going to bring you success long term. Even though you're looking for a job right now, if that's the case, try and focus while you're doing that job. Focus on how it could possibly turn into a career for you. So a long-term view, if you're looking for a relationship, ensure that you're not just doing the introductory the introductory moves to whenever you get involved with somebody. Something has to progress beyond that initial interest. At some point, you have to get deeper and be more honest than you necessarily may like to, but opening up and that way could actually help you further the relationship and help you both figure out what it is that you both want. Even if it's not from each other and that relationship ends up being removed from your life, that input will help you move on and find something that will suit you better. And for the energy at the end of the month, you're going to be avoiding conflict. So whatever lessons it is that you learned during the whole of December 2024, you're going to start understanding how it is that you come off and how your actions could be initiating some of the trials and tribulations you've been having with people, with work, and how all that works with your responsibilities for both yourself and for anything else you seem to be involved with. It does look like you're going to have a lot of personal growth this month, Virgo, so be patient with yourself, be patient with the others around you, and be open to wild card ideas that could end up opening your horizons a lot more than you may be predicting right now. So you have a good month, and be sure to check your weeklies, dailies, and I should be having a yearly wrap up and roundup coming out here soon, so keep an eye out for that, and please make sure you're subscribed. Thank you very much, and have a good month.